Ladies and gentlemen, we often talk about Khamzat Chimaev as a fighter unlike any other. A storm that tore through the UFC, leaving no opponent standing. But this time, things are different. The main event of UFC 319 isn't just another title fight. It's a collision with perhaps the most dangerous and most difficult opponent of his career, Dricus du Plessis. And today, I'll explain why this fight cannot be seen as just another easy victory for Chimaev, because this is the ultimate test at the very top. Khamzat's UFC journey began back in July 2020. That means his road to a title shot has taken over 5 years, and in all that time, he has never lost, an undefeated, dominant force in the octagon. But here's the twist. We can say something very similar about his opponent. Dricus also debuted in the UFC in 2020, and since then, he's claimed the middleweight title, cleared out his division, and, importantly, holds the longest active win streak in middleweight history. There is no one more dominant in the middleweight division today than Dricus du Plessis, and there is no more worthy challenger than Khamzat Chimaev, because everyone else Dricus has already destroyed. That's what makes this fight so special. For the first time in a long time, we have someone who can withstand Khamzat's storm and maybe even turn it against him. The strengths of Dricus du Plessis. Endurance. He can keep a relentless pace for 5 full rounds without losing focus. Striking. Heavy, precise shots from any angle. Just one clean punch can change the entire fight. Adaptability. If his plan isn't working, he switches tactics mid-fight. He doesn't crumble after a bad start. He's a predator, waiting for the perfect moment. Mental toughness. He doesn't fear big fights or big names. The bigger the challenge, the more dangerous he becomes. Khamzat is used to overwhelming his opponents from the opening seconds with insane pressure. But with Dricus, that might not work. This man can weather the storm, let Khamzat burn energy in the first round, and then start taking over with his endurance. And that's something we've never truly seen in Khamzat's career, a long, grueling war of attrition where every round chips away at both strength and willpower. For Khamzat, this is the chance to show not only power, but strategy, to prove he can win both physically and mentally. But I still believe in Khamzat's victory. Versatility. He can strike, wrestle, grapple, and dominate in the clinch. He's dangerous everywhere. Winner's mentality. He fears no one. When he steps into the cage, his only goal is to destroy. Mental warfare. Even in tough situations, even when things don't go to plan, Khamzat has that inner fuel to pull off the win. Yes, this fight will be dangerous, but the UFC 319 isn't just about a belt. It's about finding out exactly where the limits of Khamzat Chimaev's potential truly lie. Dricus du Plessis is the toughest opponent of his career. He can strike, he can endure, he can surprise. But these are the trials that forge champions. And I'm telling you right now, UFC 319 will go down in history. Because if Khamzat does what so many doubt he can, he will forever cement his place in the pantheon of MMA's all-time greats.